You've reached Conversation with Mr. A. This is your host, Anthony Apostilla. Thank you for listening. Let's get right to the episode. Welcome to Conversations with Mr. A. This is your host, Anthony Abastilla. So once again, I am on vacation, on location, South Carolina, just visiting some family friends. And today for this episode, I am here with Jackson Sword. For starters, Jackson, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So, okay, a little bit of background on Jackson. He's going to be entering the 8th grade, correct? Middle school, 8th grade. And he's been on the swim team for several years. And so the focus is going to be on swim team. So can you tell me a little bit about swim team? How did you first get involved in swimming?
I first got involved in swimming when 3 years ago, just my little brother, Jesse, he needed to do something over the summer, and so he ended up doing swimming, and I was not excited. And he ended up dragging me along, and I ended up enjoying it a lot, and now it's my favorite sport. And
what made you stick with it?
I like it for it's how much I like the fact that you have to put a bunch of work in. It's very motivating. And my coaches as well, they helped a lot. They really brought me to like the sport and like what I do.
Now, can you tell me a little bit, because with our listeners, of course, they don't know you. Can you kind of tell our listeners a little bit, you can brag a little bit, you have permission, about your accomplishments, like what you've done up to this point as doing swim team?
All right, so I swam for 3 years, and I did the high school team starting in 7th grade, so 2 years early. I ended up making varsity for that. I swam a 26.07 50-yard freestyle, my fastest freestyle. And I ended up swimming about a 31 for 50-yard fly. So those are probably my biggest accomplishments.
Very impressive. Now, if we can, again, maybe for our listeners who may not know what swimming is, swim team, there's 4 specific strokes you can do in swimming. Can you kind of break it down? I know it's fly, freestyle, backstroke, breaststroke.
Yeah, so freestyle is with your arms, you kind of just go forward, with and then backstroke is the reverse of it. So you just go on your back, as in the name. And then with your breaststroke, it's called breaststroke because you throw your hands forward from your chest. And so from your breasts out and around. And it's and then the fly is a lot of shoulders because you go over, you really swing your arms. So that one's probably the toughest to do for long distances. And I would say my favorite's probably the freestyle.
Understood. And I mean, I did swim team a little bit for several years, and the times you have are very impressive. If you can briefly repeat, like, what were the times for the events, and are you able to kind of like maybe say like what the average time is for the average person, because your times are pretty quick.
Yeah, so for my 50-yard freestyle, I swam a 26.07.
And that's 2 laps. For those who don't know, it's 2 laps,
yes.
Down and back.
Yes. 25 there and 25 back, and you flip.
For the average person, what do you think the time would be for the average person?
I would say it's probably around 33 or 34 if you maybe just got into it and you're just starting up. That might be generous, but that's about where I'd say people start out.
As someone, like I said, someone who's done swim team myself for a few years, It's tough. It's tough. Can you kind of explain to our listeners what a normal week of practice looks like?
Yeah, it is really tough. So with the high school, I do 2 hour practices every single day, except for Sundays. So 6 practices a week for 2 hours. And at the start of the season, we have double practices, so 2 2 hour practices in one day, over a few days, probably like the first week. So that's really tough. But when you switch seasons, like summer swim, it gets easier. So it's only like an hour and a half or so, and it becomes lighter work. And then over the winter, I have a team, St. Andrews, and that's about the same as summer. So it really depends on what league you're swimming in, but it's going to be tough no matter where you're swimming.
And now it sounds like your strongest and probably your favorite is the freestyle. For you, which stroke is the most challenging?
Definitely the fly. Butterfly is tough because of the stress they put on your shoulders. It's so hard to keep your shoulders uh, up and out of the water while doing it because of how much you have to use your shoulders, and it's kind of like carrying your whole body through this stroke. So yeah, I would definitely say the butterfly.
What goes through your mind just before the race starts, your event starts?
Before the race, it's a lot of nerves and it's a lot of just getting hyped up, getting amped. But during the race, it's just go fast, try not to breathe too much, and yeah, really just yelling at myself, trying to make myself go faster.
You're actually able to yell while you swim?
You can. It's more in your head though. Like sometimes uh in like breaststroke you come over the water so you can yell, but it uses a lot of breath if you yell under the water. So a lot of times I just think it.
Fair, fair. Now, I know swimming is an individual sport during the races. How do you stay motivated?
How do I stay motivated? By swimming on a team with people around me. So friends and competitors. It helps with um trying like to beat someone. Like I have a friend who's just a teensy bit faster than me. So every time I go out there, I'm always trying to beat him. And I still haven't. I'll beat him one day. But yeah, and then coaches obviously. My high school coach is probably my favorite coach, and he's great. He really pushes us and keeps us going.
Good, good. Have you ever had a race that didn't go the way you hope? What did you learn from it?
Um, and city meet. That's the big meet at the end of summer swim. I had a relay with 3 other of my teammates, and I ended up. I was doing the 50 fly for my team, and I ended up accidentally starting out freestyle instead of fly, and I had to switch, and I ended up getting our whole team DQ'd, and that was rough. I really had to learn to live with your mistakes because you're going to make mistakes. It's just how you deal with them. And I ended up having a great meet after that, but that really wasn't a good tone setter. So you just have to persevere through your mistakes, really.
Is that how you bounce back whenever you have disappointing performances or tough situations?
Yeah. Usually I have to persevere, and a lot of times I get help from my friends, encouragement. That really helps always.
You're going to be going to eighth grade shortly. What are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to being with my friends and honestly just learning because I haven't. It's been a long summer and I've been kind of bored. I'm excited to be able to swim with the high school because the high school is where you really challenge yourself, you know? So that's something I'm excited for. Yeah.
Now, school's going to be kicking in here eventually here within the next month. I'm assuming you're not going to be bored during that time. How do you balance it with school, homework, friends, swimming?
Um, a lot of the times I try and really stress getting my work done at school so that I don't have to um, worry about it at home. And obviously my schedule set out with swimming, so that's really why I need to do my schoolwork at school, because otherwise I end up having to stay up late and then my sleep gets messed up, and that's never good.
How late would it go?
Like, usually if I miss an assignment or two, I end up having to stay up till like 12 or to 1 a.m.
That's late.
It is.
That's late. I can only imagine with your sleeping. Oh gosh, that's gotta mess it up.
Yeah, it's rough, but perseverance.
Yeah, fair. What goals have you set for this upcoming swim season?
Yeah, so I want to make it to state for my swim team, and to do that, I probably have to drop about 1.5 seconds off my 50 free time. So that's one of my goals, and my other goal is to cut down on my 100 fly time, because that's one that our team's struggling in, as all our best fly people, they all graduated. So it's going to be a rough season for fly.
Something just crossed my mind. Besides swimming, as part of the swim team, do you guys do any cross training, like, for example, weights or running or any additional things to add to it besides the pool? The pool would obviously be the main time, but do you guys ever cross train?
Yeah, sometimes they have us do dry land, where we do exercises like push-ups and stretching and ab workouts. They all strengthening your core is vital in swim, so they always have us do like core strengthening things. Um, they haven't really had us run, but they do dry land and then the pool.
Yeah. Um, you think now, obviously, just eighth grade. Are you looking at continuing swimming high school, 9th through 12, all the way through college?
That is the goal, but looking at it, if plans change, I thought I was going to play golf throughout high school, and I think I still will, but I'm really focused on swim now more than my golf career. So it's not always.
Where do you hope it may take you in the future as part of swim team and swimming?
Well, I really hope I can take myself to college with it and get scholarships, because I don't think I can make a career out of swimming, but I think it could help me in the future. And I think it really, even if it doesn't, I think I learned a lot, like perseverance, as I said, and then really just toughening up and learning to better myself.
Now, okay, we're going to do something a little bit fun. I call this word association. And so what it is I'm going to give you a word or two. It's going to be very random, off the wall, off topic, just words, just different things. Just tell me the first thing that comes to mind. Here's an example. All the listeners know this. I have a strong dislike for pickles. I think they're gross, they're nasty, they're disgusting. But if someone said the word pickles to you, what would be the first thing you would think about?
Cucumber.
Okay. Goggles.
Swim cap.
Okay. Ballet.
Dress.
Horror movies.
Scary.
Romantic movies.
Weird.
Okay. Rap music.
Tough.
Tough. Okay. Country music.
Chill.
Okay. Bad hygiene.
Nasty.
Okay. Sports cars.
Tough.
Okay. Pickup trucks.
Country.
Okay. How about reality TV?
Laid back.
Okay. Fast foods.
Calories.
Calories. Oh, so real quick, I want to go back a little bit just before I go back to the word things. In swimming, At least my understanding is, I did a little bit of this when I was in a team, but I mean, I heard diet is very important.
Yeah, I diet is important. Especially with swim because you burn so many calories while swimming that you have to gain eat calories to not be skinny and frail. So what you really have to do is you have to avoid sugar and eat big meals.
Is that hard? Is that hard for you?
It's tough because um a lot of the times you don't want to cook. You don't want to sometimes you don't want to eat because it's like so much food. But yeah, it is tough because I always want sugar, and I know I shouldn't eat sugar, so I have to stay away from it and um condition myself to be better.
Okay. I'll go back to the word game. It just crossed my mind when I was going back to those word association things. Okay, back to the word association. Coffee,
Caffeine,
soda,
uh, sugar,
chips,
fat,
protein.
good,
How about this? How about rude people?
um, mean,
Relationships.
adult.
Adult.
I
Okay.
just think of like romantic relationships. So it's just relationships, you know.
Okay. How about drama?
Drama, plays,
Algebra?
math,
English.
uh, annoying,
Okay. How about science?
great,
Okay. How about South Carolina?
um, country,
Boxing.
fights,
Okay. WWE wrestling.
boxing.
Okay.
That was funny.
Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Okay. So so just a few more questions. If What words of advice would you tell someone if someone wanted to start off in the swim team? What advice would you give that person, individual?
I would say that uh, you know that it's going to be tough, and you really just have to persevere. You have to make it through those first few weeks, months, whatever it is for you, um, to really get to where you're dropping time and having fun with it. Because the main thing is that you like the sport, and that because if you just grind all day but you hate the sport, it's never gonna feel like something you want to do. Now there is a level of perseverance to where you may not want to go to the pool and train, and that's where you have to train because you have to keep working, but you don't want to overdo it to where it's not fun anymore.
So it sounds like perseverance and actually enjoying it is important. Those two things go hand in hand.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of swimmers. Um, there was one kid from my church. He swam all his life. He swam since he was like 5, and he was going at it. He did it year round, all the time. And lately, he's been almost burning out. He's been doing less of the year round and more of just high school and summer. So you can tell it's been taking a toll on him. And I think he still likes the sport, but it might not be something he wants to do year round anymore.
It's hard. I know for myself, I did it for a few years, but after a while, I just didn't like it anymore. I mean, if you don't like it, then it just becomes a drag.
Yeah, it's a lot of work and a lot of perseverance to it. And I think that's why a lot of people end up quitting or not trying during practices and just messing around because it is a tough thing. Swim, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Another question, and just a few more questions. They're just random questions, but when you're in practice or even maybe in the meets, I'm assuming you probably encounter teammates or others that goof around. Does it make it hard when you deal with others who may not take it seriously or just goof around? Like, it's one thing to have fun, but maybe those who like don't take it serious.
It's very annoying, especially when they're your team, because those are the people that are helping you win these meets. And if they're not doing anything, they're not helping the team. And they're honestly hurting. They're in the way, and they're just laughing and messing around. And when some people are trying to work and they're just in the way and not improving themselves, and it's just a burden to the team almost.
How do you approach them, or how do you deal with them?
It's rough. A lot of them just don't do anything, and what you do is you approach them, tell them, you try and encourage them to do swim during the practices and work. And if they don't, then you really just have to ignore them and keep doing your own thing, because you need to keep improving and stay locked in.
Okay. Any final words or anything you would like to tell our listeners?
I like to say, if you're thinking about doing swim team, I would say do it. Even if it's not your favorite thing, I'd say it's a great learning experience. It really helps you learn discipline, and it helps you just better yourself.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for your time, Jackson. Totally appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
And that concludes this edition of Conversations with Mr. A with Mr. Jackson Sword. Gotta say, with swim team, I've done it for several years myself. It's really tough. And swimming in general, it puts a lot of demand on every part of the body. Really hard exercise. And so just my hats off to Jackson for not only working hard, but as a seventh grader competing with high schoolers. That's pretty darn good. That's pretty darn impressive. Not every seventh grade gets to do that with the high schoolers. So good luck with your future endeavors. Thank you for listening, everybody, and we'll catch you in the next episode.